Imagine a YouTube channel with 5,000 subscribers now turning into a startup that's worth more than 150 crore rupees. Well, that's the story of Guvi.in, an online teaching platform that teaches coding and programming in vernacular languages, particularly for students and those interested in technology in rural areas in tier 2 cities. It's a story of three techies, and joining us now, two of the co-founders, Arun Prakash and Balamurugan. Thank you very much for your time. If I can start with you, why did you think it's important to teach industry-relevant skills and coding to children or students from tier 2 cities and towns?
Okay, if you go to tier 2 city, a parent invests in a student's education 4 to 5 lakhs, and that is their whole earning. And that is the meaning of earning is to get their job. So if that is not done, then their entire life savings goes to waste. Okay, that is where skilling comes as a major part, and especially this is very much needed for tier 2 and tier 3 students whose life will change the entire community around them. So that is the reason why we started this.
And you offer it in vernacular language. You also help them with recruitment, with jobs.
Yeah, so basically when we make them learn, right, so there should be an end goal towards that, which is obviously the employability factor. And since we are part of the startup ecosystem and we work with a lot of product companies, so we get the openings from them to identify the top talents who are particularly skilled in certain technologies, and we open up those opportunities for our learners as well.
And when you say you offer industry required skills, who do you engage to give these talks or this teaching?
So typically friends are, most of our friends like who works in industry, because we have 20 years of industry experience, every one of us. So most of our friends work in Microsoft or different product companies, startups, all are techies. So we bring them and help them to share whatever they are doing to the students. So it is like directly from a developer to developer, they are learning.
You began this startup with your personal cash, three of you, and now you've taught more than 2 million students and learners. Tell us about your growth.
So basically, when we started this as an individual capacity with IITM's incubation, it was a major turning point in Guvi's journey. Okay, in 2014, when we applied Professor Ashok Jujunwala, so he made us go through the process and then allowed us for the incubation part. And with that, we were able to move forward in the business journey. And then we raised 3 venture funds. So with those venture funds, we were able to, and now with the recent backup from HCL, so we are able to move across the geographies and make impact in around, as you rightly mentioned, 22 lakh learners, 2.2 million learners in our platform. And we also work with 600 plus recruiting partners through our platform.
How much have you raised so far? What's your vision, long-term vision now?
Okay, so we have raised around $1 million. That's the first round.
$1 million.
$1 million. Then the second one is from HCL. So HCL has taken a majority stake in us. So that is the second round. And the vision is to go across the globe. Right now we are more to a South-centric or India South-centric. So we want to go to Pan-India and we want to expand to other zones. Like for example, we got interest from Vietnam, Malaysia, and here Africa. So probably we'll go with the languages like Vietnamese, Swahili in Africa, and Portuguese, Spanish. Those are the places where we want to go on.
Both of you are not from IITs. You're from tier 2 towns or cities. At one point, you must have had the dilemma whether is it right to quit the jobs you had at PayPal. When you look back, what runs in your mind?
No, that was one of the right decisions that we made. Because obviously there was a passion that was driving all three of us together, right? And if we sacrifice that passion for the money, then we will not be able to have a good sleep over the years, right? So that is a right decision that we made.
What will be your message for those who are having startup ideas, who may be toying with the idea of becoming an entrepreneur?
So one thing is like instead of thinking too much, get into action. Mm-hmm. So as early as you do, it's good for you to validate your idea. So more validation happens, you'll scale more and grow faster.
Tell me about the startup culture in a city like Chennai.
It's quite supportive. Okay, I would say The startup is always a startup which has been, when everyone comes together, there's a lot of impact together created. And when we start, from the day we began, there are a lot of startups who came us in terms of opening up their job opportunities for our learners and bringing their own content into our platform. So they were quite supportive, and every journey which we had, we actually were able to grow along with the fellow startups.
Thank you both for your time. Co-founders of Guvi Technologies talking to us on their story as they shake up the EduTech space at the IIT Madras Research Park with Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.